Hi, I'm Danny Gasparini, and welcome to this segment of Penn Voice. I'm joined today by Gauri Vaishampayan, who is the Director of Operations for Science to Scientists. Gauri, before we jump into sort of STEM education, tell me a little bit about the organization Science from Scientists.
Sure. So Science from Scientists, our mission is really to engage students' attitudes and aptitudes related to STEM. We really want to see improvement in student STEM literacy, ages 3rd through 8th grade. So we work with communities in Massachusetts, in Minnesota, and here in California. Across the country, we serve about 80 schools and a little over 11,000 students. Here in California, we're focused in the Bay Area, and we're working this year with 20 schools that span from South San Francisco all the way down to San Jose, and we're serving a little under 3,000 students.
So where does the scientist part come in?
Sure. So all of our instructors are scientists. So something that makes our program incredibly unique is that we bring STEM professionals, I should say. We have biomedical engineers. We have a kind of a wide range of different STEM professionals who have spent time in either graduate programs or in the industry itself and have really developed the content knowledge and the expertise in terms of the practical skills required to engage in STEM. So we recruit and train these folks, and we ask them to implement their instruction over the course of the year in every classroom 18 times.
So we're going to drill down a little bit to what the actual classroom and the curriculum look like. But just for our viewers, in case there's a few folks that don't know the acronym STEM, tell us what it references.
Sure. So it's an acronym that stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. And, you know, it's really operationalized in multiple different ways.
Right.
And I feel like the acronym's kind of evolved over the course of the last few decades that it's been appearing in our education system. At Science from Scientists, we really see the acronym kind of threefold. So we like to focus on the acronym as the 4 individual content areas. We create lessons and have a library of over 90 lessons right now that align with some aspect of either science, technology, engineering, or math. We also like to see the acronym in an interdisciplinary way, so try to find ways that our lessons can take the skills and content that kind of threads through each of these 4 different content areas. And then finally, we like to think of STEM in terms of some of the soft skills that kids are taking away from engaging with the content. So things like critical thinking, collaboration, creativity, communicating both verbally and written. These are all parts of STEM that we like to implement into our programs and our instruction.
I was able to observe a classroom that actually had one of the scientists in it. And I think what the cool thing is when a scientist walks into the room, it's just an individual like you and I, they walk in a room, but they have the title of being a scientist. The kids' eyes just lit up like, a professional football player just walked in. Like, oh my gosh, there is a real scientist in front of, and it was the coolest thing to see that, you think of scientists behind a microscope, or you think of behind a glass wall, or doing some research in a very dark room, and yet to find out that scientists are amongst all of us, and it's a profession that is accessible to any young person. It makes it real, and I was so excited to see the youth eyes just light up when they meet their instructor for the first time. But tell us then what the curriculum actually looks like.
Sure. So what we do, I think what really sets us apart is that we have, like I said, these STEM professionals that are coming into the classroom. And exactly like you mentioned, for so many kids, it's really awing to be able to kind of be around someone who's swam with sharks, or someone who's turned orange peels into cells and is able to talk about it and really share pictures and stories about how that happens. Additionally, we serve a lot of students who don't always have access and exposure to STEM professionals, so it's really great access-wise to be able to provide those opportunities for all students that we serve. So we send 2 of these STEM professionals into every classroom 18 times a year. So another thing that really sets us apart is the consistency. We are able to start at the beginning of the year and really follow students throughout their entire school year and work work with them and really develop that relationship so they get to know that STEM professional in the classroom. And then third, something I think that really sets us apart is that we're able to be in the school day. So we partner with school teachers and we come into the schools during the school day and we really try to enrich and supplement the learning that is taking place during school time.
Right.
We are able to offer after school opportunities as well as weekend workshops and enrichment, but really the bread and butter of what we do is these in-school based, what we call module programs. So modules being connected to the content, either science, technology, engineering, or math, and working with the kids in their classroom setting and really making science feel like it's a part of what they're doing in school and not like something that happens outside of that time,
right.
To help kind of keep that connection of what they're learning during the day alive.
And why elementary and middle school?
Sure. So we have a lot of research that shows that by the time students get into high school, about 80% of them have already kind of decided what career trajectories they would like to follow, and many of those are not STEM. We see that there's a huge need for, us to be able to educate and train students to take on many of the STEM jobs that are starting to appear and will only continue to appear. And in addition, make sure that we're creating a diverse and qualified workforce. And so for us, we're really hoping to enrich that pathway early on and really reach students from third grade and try to get them into STEM, thinking about what it means to be a scientist, thinking about what it means to be a STEM professional, and engaging in actual hands-on experiments and lessons that are oftentimes really material intensive, but I think help kids really get to the core of what STEM professionals do.
If I'm a parent or a grandparent or someone watching this program, my first thought is, I want to bring that program to my son or daughters or my grandson or daughter's school. How does that happen? How do you choose the schools that you'll be participating with?
Sure. So we really are able to partner with schools based on need and based on our availability. So we're looking for partners really all around the Bay Area. And the best way to get in touch with us is to visit our website, sciencefromscientists.org, to look around and reach out to us. And someone on our end will absolutely connect and be able to kind of hear about what the school's need is and see what the right fit would be. Something we're really lucky to be able to do is customize a lot of our programming to meet the needs of the schools and the districts we work with. So, we'd love to be able to do that for anyone interested.
Right. And I know also, too, that as a nonprofit, you welcome partnerships from a sponsor level or from a donation level to ensure that maybe it's not just one particular school that you're hoping to bring the program to, but it's overall the ability to bring this program to many more schools in our communities. So I know that you accept gifts and donations and support, and probably are also looking for scientists to help deliver the programs in the schools, too.
Absolutely, yeah. We're really fortunate to be in the Bay Area and around the country, have donors and funders that come from all different aspects. We have foundations, companies, private donors, individuals. So we're really fortunate, but we're always, looking for more ways to support our programs. That information is also available on the website. And as well as, like you mentioned, recruiting for the STEM professionals that we work with. We work with we hire and train our STEM professionals to work with us as staff. So we don't have volunteers. We really try to invest in our STEM professionals and really, host workshops and different opportunities to develop their pedagogical teaching skills. And so we're always looking for folks who are passionate and interested about kind of merging STEM and education, who are excited about wanting to share their wealth of knowledge and expertise with kids in our community. And so that information also is on the website. We're always open to hiring new STEM professionals and bringing them on.
Well, Gauri, thank you so much. We are out of time, so I just want to thank you so very much for coming today on Penn Voice and bringing us such exciting programs. I know I get very excited about this program in our schools, and I hope everyone will jump on your website to just learn about how they can be a part of what you're doing in our schools and in our communities.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, and thanks again, and we'll see all of you next time on Penn Voice.